As a guy in Japan, a lot of Japanese men sit down to right?
Sit down to. So, you don't guys.
Most Gaikokujin don't sit.
Hello guys, how are you doing? Today I came to Daniel and Yuka-chan's house. Yay! Can you introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel from the Daniel and Yuka channel. Welcome to our house. We're having a Thursday night dinner.
Yay!
And it
Thank
smells pretty
you.
good.
Thank you. So please subscribe his channel. His name is Daniel and Yuka.
Arigato.
So Yuka-chan is his wife and she cooked for me and Daniel. So sweet of her. So today,
Arigato.
so arigato. Thank you so much. It's okay. So I wanna show you the cooking she did. She cooked it. Ta-da! She cooked. Wow, looks so delicious. Look at this. So, today I wanna ask you guys a culture shock because we all have lived other country. So, what about what do you think about toilet in Japan? In Canada, I was really shocked that Canadian toilet there was a space. How to say ちょっと下のスペース
we can see their foot
stranger
from
foot.
outside. You know, the America and Canada.
Public toilets.
So.
I cannot be relaxed while in a room toilet. So I worked at the Japanese restaurant and there was 2 toilet and I could really see my colleague is next to me and then I could see her foot. And then I was really nervous to show them my food. So I was really hiding, For example, this. And my colleague is this, and then she doesn't care about her legs, but I really care. I quit it like this, and so try to hide all the time.
Well, I would say that my culture shock for Japan is, with regards to toilets, there's probably 2. There's the old Japanese squat toilet. Where you have to... I think I've only used that once in my entire life, and that was my first time or second time to Japan.
And where?
That was at my...
You can say friends.
At my friend's house, yeah. At my friend's house. And her apartment, or their apartment, had a squat toilet.
But now, it's getting popular to have not like that style, more foreign style.
Washlet.
But some people,
Sometimes I can find those toilet up there
Public
old
toilets
government
in
building.
Government buildings.
And some people likes it.
It'd be so
Really,
tight. And imagine if you're wearing an Oji-san suit, salaryman suit or something, and then you have to...
Yeah.
Even me, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
So sometimes we can choose which in the public toilet. I definitely go the
normal toilet.
normal one.
Yeah.
But some always the normal one is unpopular. There's a long line, so nobody wants to go there. So.
Yeah.
So.
And what you said another one?
Another one?
Regardless toilet, a two.
And then the second one would be as a guy in Japan, a lot of Japanese men sit down to to pee. Right?
Sit down to pee?
So,
You don't guys.
Most gaikokujin don't sit down to
so
pee.
you're gonna pee
Standing up.
standing up to the Western type of toilet.
I have a question. How do you know that Japanese people do sitting on? But
Because you could told me. And then I did research and was like, uso, you're lying. This is not real. But then
did you see that guy?
Did you find out a lot of information on the internet? Really?
it's a lot. But it's changing a lot because Japanese mothers are sort of teaching their kids younger and younger to sit down to pee. And then it's sort of, I don't know, it's sort of like a, I don't know if it's becoming viral, not viral, but it's just becoming trendy for guys to sit down to pee because then they can like use their phone and stuff like that, right?
So sit there more longer and comfortable.
But it's not very efficient though, right? Because if you're standing to pee, then you're standing to pee and then you want to be done as quickly as possible, right?
Well, what do you think, Emicha?
It's you mean talking about the guy, no girls, right?
No. Guys.
Have you ever had any experience like,
No, never.
What about when you lived in Canada?
In Canada, but
Like
I haven't
any
seen.
guys you would have like
I
encountered
haven't-
there?
In Canada, but everybody is stoned and then the pigeon.
Which one do you prefer?
The
If you have men friends came over to your friend at your house and then
but this is my opinion of my dad, like my father, like he did stand and pee, right? And sometimes it's just wet.
so that's the problem, no? So
But I think that if you make a mess accidentally, then if
you have to
are
clean it.
responsible for it and clean it up, then you should be able to like stand and be careful.
And
Take ownership of your pee.
uh,
Own that pee. It's your pee. If you make a mess, clean up after yourself.
yeah, true. And,
Don't leave it for someone else to clean.
Right. So okay, and then what do you think that the kind of things that like make sound to hide the p sound?
What, like the button that makes
Yeah,
sound?
but then do you think is this only in Japan or?
I've seen it in other countries, but it's always with like Toto brand washlets or if they have Japanese toilets. It's
what kind of
definitely not common.
music is it?
It's just like a waterfall.
Pio, pio, pio. Water or pio, pio, pio.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
water kana. Yeah, water. So my workplace is really small. So if we have the button of the sounds, it's gonna be really
Everyone
like
can hear you.
yeah, definitely. So it helps us really.
Yeah, like the Japanese people care about the sound of their toilet. But like, when we went to America or other country, they don't really care.
And you don't care?
Well, we just don't have the option to hide it.
We
So
need to
that's why
say
some people,
by myself.
well, some people sing or they whistle or they're like.
It's quite loud.
So I see.
But how did you do in Canada?
Canada,
Sorry, one other thing is that if you are self-conscious, then you like fold up some toilet paper and then put it down so then it's on top of the water and then there's no like.
That's very gentle, honey.
And then it doesn't make a noise if you're like, there's no.
Have you tried?
Oh, it
I
works.
haven't. Yeah, I haven't had the idea. I see. I wanna try.
galaxy
when I went to
brain
America.
right there. That's a big brain move. No.
Yeah, but the toilet situation is a big there's a big difference between other country and Japan, I think.
But it's also a little bit different because in, say, America and Canada, like the toilets, they have a lot more water in the bowl. Right?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
In the bowl.
So when you flush the toilet and then it fills up, like the cistern at the back where you push the button, then the water comes out, right? And it comes into the bowl to flush. It fills up the toilet bowl normally with extra water, right?
Yeah. So that's the water is more than the Japanese toilet.
But in Australia and New Zealand, the water level is very low, right? So it's kind of more like Japan toilet.
Why? How come? Do you know the reason?
I think it's kind of for the reason that to reduce splashing, like if guys are standing to pee. That's my imagination. I could be wrong. Comment down below and let us all know if I'm wrong.
I see. And yeah, so I was surprised, and also like the toilet, and I know like some house the toilet and the bathtub is in the same room, but like the share house I stayed in Canada was like a shower room and like a toilet is the same room. So if somebody is in the toilet, I cannot take a shower. So
Or if someone's in the shower, you can't use the toilet.
So that's why you really care about when you're taking a shower?
Yes, I need to do like a quick, like
Everything.
make me pressure. There was no bathtub in the toilet.
So I think that's why there are a few toilet and bathroom in other countries, because it's kind of combined, right?
Like if it's like a cheap house, like a cheap apartment, like it's common in Japan. But if it's expensive house, doesn't like happen to.
Why they don't separate the bathroom and shower room?
I think it just depends on how old the house is. Like if it's a brand new house, then a lot of architects would design to have the toilet not in the in
In
the
a Western
shower.
country?
Like our house in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, our house doesn't have a bathroom and shower room together.
Except in the little ensuite thing.
Oh,
But
そうだね.
that was because that was a newer addition and it was just for space, right?
Yeah, it's always need to have
So
extra
we could
space
do
for the
one
bathroom.
expansion build, but so we were like, okay, it's an ensuite, so it's a toilet down one end and the shower down the other end, but no ofero, no bath, and but the main toilet is separate to the bathroom.
Okay, this makes sense.
I see. So the next topic is fashion. So I thought the fashion in Japan and other countries is different. Like in Japan, we don't really show like our kind of like cleavage, like my clothes I always have is not like exposed like cleavage.
Yeah.
But like sometimes a little bit, space like cleavage, and my mom noticed, and then she always like stare at me and then tell me like, why you are wearing this? So, but in America and your country, like you like, expose more like compared to Japanese.
Well, not really in Papua New Guinea, is it?
No.
You never see that in Papua New
But
Guinea.
I've heard that the Italian woman is also show the cleavage too.
And their parents never say like, oh, why you are wearing that like a dress or something.
Yeah, I think American is more trying to show their privilege more than other country. Like when I went to high school in the US, and then like girls are like trying to show that the privilege here, and then they were like hanging the bag of the strap between the privilege and to show off their
No way! That she's the student of high school, right?
That's like high school. Wasn't it 90s? Wasn't it?
It's like really like American style, like
You think?
yeah, like even our like ages, like if we see the girls like wearing like the like dress, like we think that kind of なんか showing off なんかあざといなんか狙ってるあざとい
What do you think about the fashion then now? Like what do you think about Japanese women's fashion and the other
Well, it
countries?
tends to be a little bit more. I think Japanese women's fashion tends to be more like kawaii.
So
Right? So, like, if you're like putting your oppai out there, then that's not really kawaii, right? It's more about
Sexy.
hidden, like, right? So Japanese culture, like, it's very sexy with like kimono culture to see like the back of the neck. Yeah? Right?
That's called the chirarism.
Chirarism.
A little bit
Squishy, like a little hint of salaciousness. or- right?
but we do
Not like in your face. Here's oppai in your face, right?
yeah. But we do wear like a short skirt. ね。But we don't wear like ね。Like this.
Like serufuku kind of.
So mini skirt. It's really mini skirt.
Mm.
What do you think? Do you think it's kind of sexy?
Am I going to get cancelled? No. I think probably the serufuku kind of. That's kind of cultural, though, right? Or not cultural, traditional, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's very old school, right? Like uniforms have not really changed a lot since the beginning of like school uniforms in Japan, right? So it's kind of like. No one has really complained enough about it to try and make a cultural shift in high schools, right? But
What about
if
Akiba?
it was in America or something, then people would be complaining, right? Like if it was the school uniform in America that you had to wear serufuku, then teachers and Karens all over the place would unite and they'd be like, no! That's sexualizing our children and...
so maybe culture difference, or traditionally be different culture behind.
I see.
But what is the cultural significance of serufuku?
難しい。But most school have 制服 like じゃんね。compared to America. America like
Only really at like private
so
schools.
I was really
Private schools, but the skirts are not like serufuku, like
Short.
like really short mini skirts. They're like long below the knees, and like at my high school, like the girls' uniform, like the summer was a little bit higher, but the winter was longer, right? But there were like some kind of like troublemaker girls who would like try and bring their skirt up a little bit higher, right? Because that made it a bit more sexy. But they had like a regulation that your skirt had to be below a certain point, and if it was above, then you might get detention or something.
What? So it's kind of same as Japan. Japan also
But
had
opposite.
this.
But opposite.
What do you mean opposite?
Because Sadfuku is short.
No, but actually when we were high school or junior high school, the teacher is always checking the length of the skirt.
But it's already short.
So,
Yeah, but
So
after
even though it's
school,
short-
everyone is throwing up.
What, to make it even shorter?
Stop! Because that's so cute.
そう。
that's
Yeah.
And it depends on the generation. Sometimes longer is cooler, and then sometimes shorter is cooler.
Around my parents' age is really popular too.
Longer.
Like Yankee longer, like Yakuza
so.
longer.
Isn't it? That's quite interesting. Trendy trend though.
So trend.
Even for the uniform,
そう。
skirt length.
And today, thank you for coming.
ありがとう。
So we do live stream together often. So I hope you guys can subscribe. Daniel and Yuka.
はい、Daniel.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniel or Yuka.
Hi, I'm Yuka.
So please subscribe Daniel and Yuka. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. See you again. Bye bye.
See you again. Bye bye.
Your Japanese is good. Thank you, my Japanese. So, ちょっと I'm hiding on the shade now. Chill out now. ちょっと a little bit getting hot now. So I hope you have a nice day. Thank you guys. Bye bye. See you again.
As a guy in Japan, a lot of Japanese men sit down to